Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Indah and today I want to show you my new journal. So if you are not new here, hello guys, welcome back. You might have seen my previous videos about the flip through of my previous journal. So this is my previous journal. It's so chunky as you can see here. So basically this is the before and after because I made this one the same exact size of this, and this one has 6 signatures and this one has 5 signatures, so it's only 1 signature different. So this is how much you can bulk the journal. So I occasionally also sell my handmade journal, so if you have bought from me before, you might receive it in this kind of thickness, but you can definitely bulk it up like this. Definitely check that video if you want to have a look. The flip through, I have the full chatty video and also the no talking and just music kind of version, so I will link them on my description box below. But for today it is all about this journal. So I will be show and tell a little bit about this journal, and then I will move on to setting up my first pages. So for this one I made a circle window. The previous one I made a square one, and I really love this Moomin brochure, which my friend got it for me from Japan. It's apparently a free brochure and she knows I love Moomin, so there we go. I really love it and I want to showcase all of the characters, and I realized that if I made another square window it wouldn't fit all of the characters, so I was kind of like, okay, let's challenge myself to make a circle window, and I figured it out all by myself. I was just kind of like, okay, let's figure this out, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It is neat and yeah, I really love it. And my husband got this Moomin charm for me from Finland, and this is I also bought from a local store here. This is a linen hanky. These are from Paula in Sweden. Thank you so much, Paula. And this one is I think from my pen pal. I think it's from Lizzie if I'm not mistaken. And this one is also from my pen pal, from Evelyn. And yeah, I love to put things that my pen pal sends me or one of you guys sent me, and I love the Ina fabric as well. Alright, so just a quick flip through I guess. And the reason why I put 5 signatures rather than 6 or 7 like I used to is because I will be traveling to Australia guys for about, and I really want to of course bring my journal, and I think this is a really great moment because I just started my new journal, so it's still a bit more in the flat side to bring for traveling, and it's really a compilation of my leftover paper from other projects. So this is actually my own design, and then this is just like a vintage music sheet and some printables and a brochure as well. My handmade paper that was ripped and I couldn't use it for putting it inside my journal that I was selling, so I just put it in my journal and just put washi tape, and then it's gonna be fine. And yeah, it's really like a mix of blank pages with pattern paper, so I can have options if I just want to, journal and then don't want to think about the background. I have the background ready for me. That's kind of the idea. And then I also have the blank one just in case I want to put something on top of it, like packaging or even doodle or just write on it. So yeah, that's it. And now I want to make the first pages, and let's do it. Alright, the voiceover Indah is here. So today let's set up my junk journal. I usually use this journal as a memory keeping journal. I love that it has a lot of space to write things down and paste stuff in, like photos, packaging, and all kinds of daily ephemera. There are so many ways you can set up your journal or use the first few pages, but I personally like to start with a little introduction about myself. I love adding a recent photo to capture how I look at this moment in time. It's always really fun to look back later on. So for this page, I'm using this photo booth picture I took recently, and I thought it would be perfect for the introduction in my journal. Then I made these cutout letters with a doodly background. I'm just using sticker paper and doodling on it with brush pen. After that, I cut the letters out one by one. Next, I grabbed some stationery that I had prepared for this journaling session. I really love using stationery that I'm currently obsessed with. It just makes the whole process feel more fun. I have a mix of stickers and notepads here, and these transparent stickers are actually my own design, so it feels special and so fitting to use them on my introduction page. So for this page, I'm thinking of making an about me page. I'm just going to write a few simple things about myself, like my age, my name, and my status. Doing this honestly reminds me of when I was a kid. My friends and I used to write a little bio about ourselves in each other's journals. I remember it was kind of like a trend back then, so it feels really nostalgic to do it again now. And yeah, I'm kind of curious, did you guys do that as well when you were younger? I feel like this whole about me page or writing little bios in each other's journals is kind of coming back as a trend now. I've seen a lot of people doing the sisterhood of the traveling journal where everyone writes in each other's journals, and it feels so wholesome. It really reminds me of doing the same thing back when I was in primary school, so I really love seeing it. And yeah, making an about me page is just one of many ways you can set up or start a new journal. I actually shared first page journal spread ideas as well in my previous journal setup, so I will link that video up here. For this setup, I'm doing things a little differently, but I will share some of my ideas that I have collected toward the end of the video, so you can hopefully get some inspiration from that. Back to the video, here I have this tag and I'm using it to mark the date when I start this journal. Later on, I will also fill in the date when I finish it. I'm using some leftover fabric from the inner lining and just looping it onto the tag, which I thought it was a really nice detail. So on the left page here, this is actually a pocket page. I can use it to store things later on, like ephemera I want to journal with, or even just extra stationery. I think it'll be very handy, especially when I'm traveling. I'm just using some double-sided tape to stick the tag down, and then I'm using the leftover fabric again to decorate the right hand side page. I think it looks so fun because when I open my journal, open a spread like this, I can still see the inner fabric on my journal, and I think it's just so fitting for the introduction page to have a little bit of the fabric as well. Moving on to the next page, so I usually do the writing at the end, so I will just leave the about me page for now and moving on to this one first. So for this page, I'm thinking of making a my life recently page where I can jot down a little summary of what's going on in my life right now. I will write things about how I feel about my life right now, what stage of life that I feel like I am in at the moment, the things I'm currently obsessed with, my favorite things, and some milestone I have reached. So yeah, basically it's just going to be a little narration about my life at the moment. This beautiful pattern paper is from Daphne's Diary magazine, if you're wondering. Then I reinforce it with washi tape here. And for the narration itself, I'm thinking of using this gingham memo pads, which is the same one that I used on my About Me page. I'm decorating this page with some of my own stickers, including this little squirrel. If you didn't know already, I'm in my drawing and painting era right now. I've been loving it so much, and sometimes I turn them into stickers. And for the right page, I have this envelope printable that I'm turning into an actual envelope. I stuck a memo pad on the flap, which I will write my goals over there for 2026. Inside the envelope, I'm planning to slip in some letters of encouragement, which I will talk more about it in a moment. When I'm journaling, I usually don't work in chronological order, so you will see me jumping from one page to another. It's just when I'm stuck with something, I just move on to another thing that I know exactly what I want to do, if that makes sense. But yeah, for now here, I'm making the title for my Life Recently page using the alphabet stamps. I'm stamping it onto an old book page and just using the blank space. I really love this alphabet stamp because the letters are cursive and it's just so pretty. I bought it at Kmart in Australia. Then I just tear the paper for each of the words and glue them down with a glue stick. After that, I move on to the right page. On top of the envelope, I want to create my ins and outs for 2026. I pulled out my cutout letter box. So this is where I store letters that I've cut out from magazines or packaging, and I'm using this for the title. So about ins and outs, so what it means is basically for the ins it is basically the things, goals or mindsets that I want to bring into my life in 2026, and the outs are the opposite, which is the thoughts, energy or habits that I want to let go of from my body, mind and soul. I love doing this, and I did it as well in my previous journal. I love it because it helps me set an intention for the year. It's like giving myself a little roadmap for what I want more of in my life, and also a reminder as well. It just makes me feel more focused, and having it laid out in my journal is a very nice reminder, especially when I am feeling down. So I have written all of my ins and outs on sticker paper, and I am gonna cut them out one by one. And I thought I would read a few of mine, which is my ins and outs, to give you an idea. Some of my ins for 2026 are things like art for my soul. So this is for me is drawing or painting things that make me happy. I also added creating without pressure, and this for me is sometimes when we create, we expect everything to be amazing or liked by others, and I feel like that can take away the joy of making something just for ourselves, or even the process itself. So in 2026, I want to focus on creating without that pressure. For my outs, I have things like scenarios that are just in my head, and this for me is sometimes what holds me back is really just a thought, not the reality. So I want to let go of that habit. I also included comparison in my outs. I want to stop comparing myself to others and just focus on my own journey. So yeah, these are just a few of mine, and you can totally create your own based on how you feel and what you want to work on. And then for the letters of encouragement, I wrote down some quotes that I found online that really inspire and motivate me. I put them all in this envelope, so whenever I'm feeling down or unmotivated, I can come to this page and read one of the letters. I love having this in my journal because it's like having a little boost of positivity on hand. It reminds me to be kind to myself, stay motivated, and focus on what truly matters. After this, I do the writing and add a few more finishing touches with stickers, and that's it. To sum up, the things I journaled about in the first few pages to start my 2026 are the About Me page, my life recently, ins and outs, and letters of encouragement. I will also share some more ideas at the end of the video, and I also have more ideas in my 2025 journal setup, so I will link that on my description box as well. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this video was helpful, and I would love to know what do you journal about to start your year. Maybe I will add some to my journal. If you enjoyed this kind of video, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot. I hope you're all doing amazing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!